You've probably seen it on a nature show, right? A baby horse or a deer pops out, and within minutes it's already stumbling to its feet and walking. And then you look at a human baby, just kind of lying there, totally helpless. You have to wonder, what's the deal with that? It seems like a massive disadvantage. But here's the twist. It's actually one of our greatest strengths. So let's get into it and unpack why this apparent weakness is the key to, well, everything that makes us human.
I mean, the difference is just staggering. A baby horse, is up and about in roughly an hour. A human baby, we're talking about a full year. That's not just a small difference. It's a completely different playbook for starting out in life. So yeah, this brings us to the big question. Why? Why do humans show up in the world needing so much help, so much protection, when so many other animals seem ready to go right out of the box?
And the answer, which is so cool, is that this helplessness, it isn't a bug, it's a feature. It's all part of a huge evolutionary bargain. We basically traded early mobility for something way, way more powerful in the long run.
Okay, so to really get this trade-off, we have to look at the two very different ways life gets started on this planet.
In the science world, newborns are basically split into two camps. You've got your precocial animals. Think of them as being kind of pre-cooked. They're born pretty mature, ready to move. Then you've got the altricial species, like us. We're born super underdeveloped, and we completely depend on our parents to survive.
And you see this precocial strategy all over the animal kingdom. A calf is on its feet in under an hour. A deer fawn is walking in just a few minutes, specifically to get away from predators. Get this, a baby giraffe falls like 6 feet at birth and still manages to stand up pretty quickly. It's all about one thing, immediate survival.
So, if we're not built to hit the ground running, what is the plan? Well, the secret lies in what's between our ears.
Check out this number, 25%. That's it. When a human baby is born, its brain is only about a quarter of its adult size. That means the other 75%, the vast majority of its growth and wiring, happens out here in the world. That is a massive amount of development happening after birth.
So the bottom line is a newborn's brain just isn't ready to drive the body yet. It doesn't have the complex neural highways it needs for something like walking. It literally has to build that entire control system from scratch.
Now you might be thinking, okay, but why not just stay in the womb longer and come out a bit more finished? Well, as it turns out, our own evolution kind of painted us into a corner.
It all comes down to something called the obstetric dilemma. See, as our ancestors started walking on 2 legs, our pelvises got narrower to make us more efficient walkers. But at the same time, our brains were getting bigger and bigger. A big head and a narrow exit, you can see the problem, right?
So evolution came up with a pretty clever, if a little inconvenient, solution. Just get the baby out earlier. We're born at a point where our heads are still small enough to make it through the birth canal safely, even if that means the rest of us isn't quite ready for prime time. And on top of all that, walking on 2 legs is just fundamentally harder. I mean, think about it. 4-legged animals have this wide, stable base. It's easy. For us, it's a constant, complex balancing act that requires incredible coordination. So for humans, walking isn't an instinct you just flip on. It's a skill you have to learn, and it happens in stages. You have to go through the whole process, crawling, learning to stand, finding your balance, and finally figuring out how to take those first steps. It's a journey that takes months of trial and, well, a lot of error.
So all of this points to a really deep fundamental difference in the survival game plan for humans versus so many other animals.
It really boils down to this. Animals that walk at birth, their whole strategy is about immediate individual survival. Run, hide, keep up. But humans, we bet everything on a different strategy. Long-term learning, all happening under the umbrella of social care and protection. I mean, picture this. A wild beast calf is born, and if it's not up and running with the herd in minutes, it's lunch for a lion. It's that simple. For that calf, mobility is life, and the stakes could not be higher.
But a human baby, it doesn't need to run from anything. It gets carried, it gets fed, and it's protected like nothing else. That long period of total dependency is the price we pay for developing a brain that can learn, adapt, and eventually outthink the dangers that other animals can only outrun.
So when you put all these pieces together, the big brain, the upright body, the survival strategy, a really clear picture starts to emerge about why we start life the way we do.
When you lay it all out, the difference is just night and day. Animals are born ready.
We're born helpless. Their brains are hardwired for instinct. Ours are built to learn. Their walking is immediate. Ours is learned. Their survival is individual. Ours is social. It's a fast, pre-programmed path versus a slow, deliberate one.
And here it is. Here's the payoff. That long, slow, helpless beginning is what unlocks everything else. It's the foundation for all the things that make us unique. Our ability to use language, to be creative, to solve incredibly complex problems. Skills that go so far beyond just walking. So in the end, that initial helplessness isn't a weakness at all. It's our ultimate strength. It's what ensures we're not just locked into a set of instincts. Instead, we're born with this incredible potential to learn, to adapt, and to build our own world. I think the best way to say it is this: humans aren't born ready, we're born ready to become.